生きているのなら神様だって殺してみせる。フェイトグランドオーダー復刻版からの教会ザ・ガーデン・オブ・オーダーリバイバル開催中。
What's going on, everyone? This is Game Galaxy Zone. What you guys just saw is FGO's Garden of Sinners rerun event announcement trailer. So it actually is posted out. There's currently no news on it, but it should be coming out in the next 9 minutes. So I'm actually going to pause and edit this video live and talk about it from there. So if we actually come over to the information on FGO's website here, there is nothing announced just yet, but it will be in a few moments. However, Aniplex USA did upload the video around 8 hours ago, I believe, which is kind of interesting. And it says the following: introducing FGO's newest event, Revival of the Garden of Sinners, Garden of Order, in a scenario written by Kanoki. Sorry. And of course the event period on this is beginning at 2:18, which I was spot on with that, and it will run until March 1st, which is about a little over 2 weeks, a little less. And of course we can visit the main webpage here, which will take forever to load, possibly. It is possible that this is, yeah, just their main page here. Normally they'll load it into its own separate page, but for whatever reason they didn't on this one. Is what it is. So, with that being said, I'm going to pause this video here, and we will pick up when the actual event information gets announced in the next few minutes. So see you guys then. And we are back. So I waited, and of course I was lucky enough to actually get the event information to pop up. It took a little bit for whatever reason. It may have actually already been up, but I do see it in game now as well. So we're gonna go over this a bit in detail because I really would like to know as much as I can about this event. And of course I haven't looked at this event or any details in between for the most part, so this is kind of a big blinding effect here. So let's take a look at this. So this is a rerun event of the Garden of Sinners, and this is the last time, as far as I am aware, that this event has ever been released. So if you are looking to get Ryougi Shiki, Assassin, a welfare servant, now is the only time to get her, because she will not reappear at all after this point in time. So we'll go in depth of who she is and a little more about it. If you guys don't know what the Garden of Sinners is, it's actually one of the original works of Nasu before Fate, so there's a lot of interesting lore behind this stuff. If you haven't actually seen the movies for the series, yes, movies, there is no TV anime adaptation of this. There's also no dubbing for this. It's never been released outside of Japan, so you'd have to watch it subbed and somewhere online, because unless you feel like buying it, there's no way to see it. But highly recommend to go watch it, because it's some really cool stuff, and actually there's some story elements from this event that are kind of based from the actual movie. So this event will begin on 2/18, so that'll be actually tomorrow night, I believe. It may actually be Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. But because it's changed, because the period says 0000, I'm going to say that it's probably going to start tomorrow night going into the 18th, I'm hoping. But I just I have to kind of get this visualization in my head, because I also want to announce that I'm going to be streaming this event. I'm going to be rolling for Ryougi Shiki Saber, and I just wanted to point that out. I'll talk about it more later. But hopefully this doesn't appear on Wednesday. I don't think it's supposed to. But 2/18 to 3/1, it's about 2 weeks long, so that's really nice. So, as long as you've completed Singularity F, you can do this event. How to play the event. So, very similar to, I think, most of the events. It's kind of mission-based for the most part. So, there are event reward buttons. These are the missions. Once you've fulfilled the requirements for those, they'll unlock other specific doors. You can acquire limited CEs that increase the appearance of certain enemies, and then you can use the drops and stuff for the stuff in the shop along with the Ryougi Shiki. So, this event is very similar to the recent new Halloween event that we just had in October. So if you've seen that or played it, it's kind of similar to this, or if you've played this when it first came out, this is pretty much the exact same thing. So, how to claim the materials is that there will be a list of 100 missions. They'll explain to you what exactly you need to do. You just go through those. It'll probably most likely be completing enemies, so a lot of grinding, drop rates for stuff, a few other things. Bunch of rewards in there. So now I'm not entirely sure. I believe all of these CEs here are in the gacha, which we will talk about. Please be aware that the item drop rate is not 100%, regardless of quest. So yeah, these are the CEs. They tell you which ones will drop specific items, which increase them as well. I don't know if they affect enemy appearance rate. Nope, it is these CEs that do that. There's a lot of CEs in this event, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. So, maximum chance of additional enemy appearance is 100%, even if the total higher than 100% is displayed, so you don't need to have multiple CEs. One limit broken one is fine. Now, I believe these CEs are in the missions and are actually in the campaign itself, so you can get these from, I'm guessing, the shop and everything, so you don't have to worry about it. I will double check this when going through it. So the first CE, Decapitating Bunny. Apply Ignore Invincibility, increase quick card effectiveness by 8% for yourself, and of course all of these will have a appearance rate for enemies. The second one, Threefold Barrier, reduce damage taken by 1000 for 3 turns for yourself. And Summer Precogination, applies Evade 1 time, increases C-Star drop rate by 15% for yourself. And course is increase C-Star gather rate by 300% for 3 turns, increase debuff resist by 15% for 3 turns for yourself, and of course increasing more enemy appearance. So these CEs are very weird. It's because these CEs originally came out when the game came out, so they're just kind of, they're a little odd. They're a little different than what you would normally be expecting, so they're kind of cool that way. And of course, the event welfare servant for this is Ryougi Shiki, who is Assassin 4-star. Her Noble Phantasm is Mystic Eyes of Death Perception. I don't even know how to pronounce the first part. I won't. Deal significant defense, ignore damage to, and a chance to inflict death. Chance increases with overcharge to a single enemy. She probably has some of the highest death rate procs in the game, I believe, next to maybe King Hassan. So she's really fun with that. She also has some pretty interesting skills. Nothing I would compare to being great, but up there for the most part. A lot of people do like her just because she is Ryougi Shiki. I wouldn't doubt that. So, of course, you'd have to go through the event to get the Ascension materials to be able to raise her level to full. You can check out the Noble Phantasm on that event. Tradable items. So I believe there was 3 of these, there may be 4. So we have the Black Cat figures, and what's nice about this event is that there are gems that'll be in the shop. There should be a total of 20 for both secret, magic, and the normal blue gems. So get those. They're not easy to grind sometimes, and they're free basically. So go ahead with that. I won't go through the details of everything on this listing. I will just leave these up for a little bit of time. You guys can pause it and check it out. That way these videos don't go too long. And of course, with the event always comes a high challenge, difficult challenge quest. A difficult challenge quest, jeez. Quite tired if you can't tell. Of course, going through this, you do get a crystallized lore. And this is only available to those who have completed the Final Singularity and who have also finished the Garden of Sinners event itself. So you have to have that completed as well. They've been doing that kind of a lot on a lot of things. So the only big difference in comparison to when this event first came out is that we have a new servant, Azagami Fujino, and we're going to check out this banner here. So with that being said, I should mention I will be rolling on this banner. This is one of the banners, one of the few banners this year I'm going to be rolling for. And as you guys may or may not know, I am currently mostly F2P this year up until summer. And then I will be retaining F2P at least until the end of the year. So, that being said, this is one banner that you can expect me to be posting some videos and stuff for. Going down with this, there is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 servants on Raid Up in this banner. And we'll be taking a look at all of these. So on day 1 we have Ryougi Shiki Saber and Azagami Fujino. Day 2 will also increase Altaria Pendragon Altar Lancer and Elizabeth Bathory Lancer. On day... I was mistaken him for a later 4-star. There are 3 stars in this, which is Haryanchenko Clyde, Boudica, and Mistfitzo, who are also on Raid Up with this as well. They're not listed here, but they're 3 stars, so you do have a chance of pretty much getting those. With this event, Ryougi Shiki Saber will be getting new battle sprites and NP animation, which is pretty cool, although I don't think it's anything too huge, because I have her in JP and she still has very similar move styles for the most part, but it still is pretty cool. This is also the last time you're ever going to see Ryougi Shiki Saber on Raid Up, I believe, unless she is in the guaranteed gachas. So if you're looking to get her, now's a great time to do it. She is one of the very few Saber Arts cards or Saber Arts users in the game, along with an AoE variation. Which I don't know if there is another one. There probably is, I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Azagami Fujino gets a trial quest, so you'll be able to do that probably regardless if you have her or not. So the clear rewards for that are a summon ticket. So there we go. With this, we'll also take a look at Azagami Fujino, as a lot may not know of her. She is specific to the world of Garden of Sinners, and she is actually not a fate summoned servant. She is a normal human. She has the mystic eyes of distortion, which is really, really weird if you've seen it in the actual anime. But in here, her skills and Noble Phantasm are pretty cool, reflecting a lot of the stuff in animation that she has from the actual movies and anime, which is pretty neat. Her Noble Phantasm deals significant damage to a single enemy, inflicting Nullified buff 1 time for 3 turns, decreasing attack for 3 turns, which the effect increases with overcharge for a single enemy. So she is a single target archer, and I would highly recommend to try and get her because she does not ever have a Raid Up after this. She is the only 4-star, I believe, who has had 1 Raid Up and has had no Raid Ups after that, regardless, unless they're planning to rerun this event at some point and maybe add some more servants. Though I think with recent interviews and stuff, they said that they weren't planning to do that again. Not so much reruns, but adding some servants from other things, their other works and stuff like that, but it's not saying it's impossible. So definitely, I would recommend to get her, just because of the fact of how limited she is. She's not the perfect archer in the game, but she is pretty fun, and her skills are decent enough to be able to run her with a lot of things, so definitely do that. And of course, there's all of the returning servants that you can normally find. The event limited CEs are as followed: the 5-star increased death resistance by 60% for yourself, and of course increasing drop rates for items. Begin battle with NP charged at 50% and increase art card's effectiveness by 15% for 3 turns. This is actually a pretty big card. This is another 5-star as well. You do see this one out in the wild sometimes. The 4-star increases buster card effectiveness by 20% and decreases defense by 15% demerit for yourself. Another 4-star, it applied damage plus 800 for yourself. 3-star increased quick card effectiveness by 5%, debuff resist by 10%. And the last but not least, Beacon Battle with NP charge at 20% and increase NP gain by 10% for yourself. So, very nice CEs. They're actually all pretty good. I will admit that this 4-star one is a little weird. Oh, I was thinking, never mind, it's actually not that bad. So, there you have it. That is a quick and best rundown as I can get with all the information going over the Kyoukai no Kyoukai event that'll be starting on Tuesday. So that is all I have for that. I just wanted to let you all know that I will be once again streaming this event. So if you guys want to come check out the stream, the link to my stream will be in the description box below. When I will be streaming, what time? I don't know. So that's something I'll have to figure out. I might wait until after a lot of stuff goes off. What I mean by that is normally I start streaming before the event gets launched, but I might be waiting until at least a little after the event has already been out, but not terribly long. It just depends on when it is. I will definitely be streaming at least a half hour before or after the event gets launched, all depending on how long it takes to get into the game. We'll see. I'll probably also post a video to YouTube before, at least on the day, a few hours before the event gets released, to let you guys know. But for the meantime, that's all I have to say for that. It won't be a huge wailing for Ryougi Shiki. I'm just hoping that I will be able to get her generously. Unfortunately, my luck has been actually so bad recently that I don't expect to see anything. I might not even get Azagami, so we'll just see. But yeah, that's all I'm going to mention for that, and go from there before this video becomes too long. So anyhow, that's all I have for that. Like saying, definitely good luck if you're rolling on this banner, and do this event because it's not coming back, so it's just worth it to finish it out. I know it's hard to say after we've already had 2 back-to-back events, and now we're on our 3rd, but this is the final one in the series of events that have been continuous recently. We will get about a week and a half downtime pretty soon before Saber Wars 2, which will be rerunning this year, or not Saber Wars 2, the rerun to Saber Wars, my bad. There is a Saber Wars 2 banner though. Alright, that's it for me. I will see you all in future FGO videos, and if you guys are rolling, good luck to you.